Top Iranian presidential advisor says Tehran's sole problem is Trump, not average American people. We have zero problems with the American people. We even achieved deals with previous U.S. administrations. Our sole problem is Trump, Ashena said.
Here's a summary of the article.
A top advisor to Iranian President Hassan Rouhani, who has long accused the U.S. government of wanting war, said Sunday that Iran has zero problems with average Americans, adding that Iran takes issue with President Donald Trump only. Hezemedin Ashena, an Iranian politician and upper-echelon member of Rouhani's Moderation and Development Party, made the distinction and has ridiculed the Trump administration's maximum pressure strategy for months, frequently mocking the political minutiae and problems emanating from the Trump White House. The top Iranian advisor echoed Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's rhetoric, who has previously said "death to America" chants are directed at U.S. government leaders and not the American people. We have zero problems with the American people. We even achieved deals with previous U.S. administrations. Our sole problem is Trump. In the event of war, it is he who will bear full responsibility, Ashena wrote on Twitter early Sunday morning. The Rouhani advisor has also highlighted what he and other top Iranian officials have described as the hypocrisy of the Trump administration, which claims the U.S. doesn't want war with Iran. Last February, Ayatollah Khamenei said, "Death to America" chants in Iran are directed at top U.S. leaders such as Trump and Bolton and not at Americans themselves. Death to America means death to Trump, John Bolton, and Pompeo. It means death to American rulers, the supreme leader of Iran told members of the Iranian Air Force last year during the country's 40th anniversary of the Islamic Revolution.
This post received a score of 103,092, with an upvote ratio of 83%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I believe they blamed others in Trump's administration too. More specifically the rulers of America.
Regardless, this is a good strategy for Iran. They are holding unity marches and know Trump is disliked by half the nation. They know if they say, "We only hate Trump," a lot of moderates will say, "We can get rid of him and solve the problem." Maybe not true, but the propaganda and messaging is solid. At a minimum it puts them less sanctioned, less drone attacked, less deaths if Trump isn't there in a year.
Greater than at a minimum it puts them less sanctioned. For sanctions to work they need to be universal. If the U.S. levies sanctions on Iran but if the EU, China, Japan, India, Brazil and Canada don't follow suit, then the U.S. sanctions won't make much of a difference. The Obama administration, and specifically Clinton and Kerry, leveraged their support with the international community to expand sanctions, which drove Iran to the negotiating table. Iran is, rationally, trying to drive a wedge between Trump and the international community in order to weaken the U.S.'s hand.
I don't think the international community needs help from Iran to distance themselves from Trump. He is doing an all right job alienating everybody by himself.
Nobody alienates themselves better. Trust me.
A lot people are saying they're more alienated than by any other president. Believe me, believe me. Directly comparing Trump to Obama to piss him off. Damn.
It's almost as if having a commander-in-chief with a weak ego makes them a soft target and gives other actors a distinct incentive for psyops like these. Upside-down face.
Trump goes to a bullfight and thinks the bull is in charge.
That's such an interesting analogy I never would have thought of.
This is some "a loose cannon eventually points your way" stuff.
Has a country ever declared war on a person before?
The U.S. went after bin Laden pretty hard.
It also took years, so the U.S. went after bin Laden long and hard.
He was hiding with help too, so the US went after bin Laden deep, long and hard.
Then some seamen shot him in the face.
It was all over in 30 seconds.
Then they just dumped him. And ghosted him.
That means a lot. I don't have a problem with Iranians neither. It's like Ali about the draft. Ali.
This is also one of my favorites and very apt. If I have one message to give to the secular American people, it's that the world is not divided into countries. The world is not divided between East and West. You are American, I am Iranian, we don't know each other, but we talk together and we understand each other perfectly. The difference between you and your government is much bigger than the difference between you and me. And the difference between me and my government is much bigger than the difference between me and you. And our governments are very much the same, Marjane Satrapi.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.